Try and minimize the level of customization that you might have will be the key thing within an advice that we can give to any new customer embarking on D365 implementation. Really do think, do I really need this customization? Configuration is more acceptable. It's within the realms of D365. Customization is you writing extra code just to meet your business requirement or your business needs. Get the right advice from D365 experts who can tell you this is the better way of doing it. And if that is the way, then try and do that.
I think to achieve this, I always use a rule of thumb on a Dynamics implementation that you never want to customize more than around 10% of the overall build. I've been to many organizations, and when I join a program, they always insist that they're very different and they're very diverse. The subject matter experts, they will always want a particular way of building. That's challenged in a healthy way. This is how things can work. Can we modify the way you do things and your processes, as opposed to building in huge amounts of customization into your build? And that's the principles on which I deliver successful programs.
You have to use a test automation tool to automate, and there is a number of different ones that come out into the market. So in terms of automating, first step is to understand, what am I going to achieve with this? And what do I want to achieve with this? What are the tests that I need to automate? And then once you're clear about that, then say, what is the best tool for me to do that? And what else do I need to on top of the tool? So you might need a framework on top of the tool. So a test automation tool in itself doesn't mean much. You need to know the nuances of the tool and its capabilities to be able to say, yes, this is the right one for me. You could get people who know what they're doing to advise you and say, this is the best product for our automation, which is probably going to be different to somebody else's, because you not only have D365, it's going to be integrating with something else. A framework like Testhouse's Freemium framework has done quite a lot of that work in terms of automating. So it has sort of captured the objects within D365. It has created a lot of function libraries within suitable for D365. So it makes it a lot easier. So there are a number of things that you can do, but automation is a must, I would say, for customers.
When we approach the concept of automation, we're looking at it from a quality engineering standpoint. As you engineer your product, what are the ways we can automate that engineering to ensure that we identify defects early, we are able to bring in efficient practices to remove wastages, and then deliver a product that has zero defects. So we approach test automation differently. Rather than starting with automation, we first built a taxonomy-based process map of business scenarios for each of the modules. And then from that process map, we kind of derived our test scenario and test cases. What this did was we established a strong foundation based on standard workflows of the D365 application. We then proceeded to automate these test scenarios and test cases using multiple techniques such as low-code, no-code solutions, Microsoft recommended tools, as well as our own custom IP framework, open source framework. We had approached a model-based design technique where we drew the business workflows in terms of BPM diagrams, and we were able to easily identify or provide a coverage map of the entire system and its implementation. And that helped us for every upcoming evergreen release to easily modify and generate automation scripts.
I think there are some key business benefits to automation, one of which is humans are humans, and they will ultimately overlook or make mistakes. And when programs are pushed, some of the quality team are working very long hours. So automation will not get things wrong. It's the algorithms are built, the scripts are built, and therefore it gives you that accuracy and also gives you the ability to move through the processes really quickly, end to end, and complete the testing in a more robust fashion. However, it has its drawbacks, and therefore you have to look at the timing issue and the skills needed to set up the automation to start with. So there's a balance, and sometimes it's a blended approach, and that can work very well for certain programs.